Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Yes, I'm live. It's 9:30. I'm on time. Boop, boop, ba-doop. Okay. Oh, wait. This helps having sound because okay, hold on. I've been downloading when I make these and posting them to YouTube for my team. And then the sound's better. Okay, so hi guys, it's 9:30. I'm going to try to make this quick, but I really wanted to talk about Tranont Travel because I don't think people are really understanding what this is. I mean, many are. I probably have 16 people right now that are like chomping, like in getting signed up. Okay, getting ready to get signed up, whatever. Because once you understand what it is, I think you will see this very differently. And I get it. I was a kid once. I remember my parents, like, we would go to this, like, Christmas mountain or something, and then they're like, oh, we're going to go listen to this presentation. You know, like, they're always trying to sell you something. They're trying to sell you, you know, a travel agency or a timeshare. That's another big one. Okay, this is not that at all. All right, I just want to be really, really clear about that. So what is Tranont Travel? We launched Tranont Travel the first weekend in October when we had our Tranont Leadership Academy in Vegas. I've talked about that. It was a fabulous time. Second time I've been to the one in Vegas. And we knew they were launching two things. We knew they were launching a brand new physical product, which is amazing in and of itself. And then they were launching a digital product. And only our very top leaders in the company knew what it was. And I was like racking my brain, like, what could a digital product, you know? And they kept saying every age, every gender, every single person will want to use this. Okay. So we're trying to figure this out, whatever. When they launched it Friday evening, you know, some people were literally like jumping up and down, hooting and hollering. Then there were some of us that were like, huh? And then I don't know, there were probably another group of people too. But we were just trying to kind of wrap our heads around it, right? Here's what I want to say. Our company started out 13 years ago as a wealth management company. Okay, we started out as a wealth management company helping people who were getting closer to retirement to have a wealth plan set in place so they could enjoy and live comfortably in their retirement. What they were seeing was that people that were getting closer to retirement or retiring weren't healthy, were getting sick, were going through lots of cancer treatments, or weren't living to even retirement to enjoy it. And our three owners, who have been our three owners from the very beginning, good friends, like I think since like high school or college or something, they were like, we have got to add to this. And this is what businesses who really want to continue to meet people's needs do. Okay. I'm going to give you an example of this in a little bit, which is really, really cool. But they decided to partner up with health. All right. So that was their second pillar. So we have three pillars in our company: wealth, health, and community. When we launched health products, and we don't have like 500 health products, we have like 26 to 25 products at one time. All right. We are not a product for every single problem. We are a metabolic health restoring, assisting, supportive, product supplement line, completely organic, CGMP certified, whatever. When that launched, people that have been in our company since the very beginning, that are now very, very successful leaders in our company, they were not happy. They had joined the company for wealth, the wealth management part. Okay, I don't mean like wealth for themselves. I mean helping people with wealth. This was a whole new territory for them. They were not happy. Some of these leaders were not happy. Well, guess what? Those leaders are still with our company and they are extremely happy they added the health pillar. So it's very natural for people to be like, travel, what the heck? But this is where our health to community pillar steps in, all right? Because it's statistically, there's big data out there showing that people who travel more tend to be healthier. And if you're healthier, you will tend to travel more because you feel like traveling, because you aren't living in constant chronic joint pain and have absolutely no energy and don't want to go anywhere and don't want to leave your house. You want to see God's big, beautiful world, right? So that is why they added Tranont Travel. Travel is the second largest business out there right now. Okay. It is the second most financially productive. I mean, travel is crazy. All right. And just so you know, only 17% of people use travel agents anymore. Now, this is not to diss my fellow travel agents. I know there's different kinds of companies and whatnot. This is just very, very different. I'm going to explain it as I go on, but only 17%, and the majority of them are boomers. Okay, which totally makes sense. I mean, think about it. I don't know. Like, I mean, love you, mom and dad. They're going on a Rhine River cruise here Sunday. Oops, maybe I shouldn't say that, as I just posted about security things and not posting. Anyway, they are going on a cruise, and I'm super happy for them. But that is the typical group that uses travel agents. Below that, people are like, no, like they're getting their own apps, they're booking their own trips, they're finding the cheapest way to do it. They're not going to pay someone extra, whatever. Okay. So, but yeah, let that sink in. So that means there's 83% of people out there that are looking for ways to save on travel. Now, I'm going to get to, as I go through the slides here, that there are, this is not just vacationing, okay? And I'm going to show you, when you think about how you actually travel, this isn't always luxurious Caribbean vacations, okay? This is sports trips for your kids, club sports, hockey. Hello, winter's coming up, right? I know so many people that are in hockey and they're gone almost every single weekend in hotels. Christmas traveling to see family and friends. Then but when you're getting into the early part of winter, people do tend to want to go somewhere warm. Weddings, maybe a family that live kind of all over the country, you're all split up. You can't all pile in mom and dad's house, all 40 of you. Someone needs to get a hotel. There are so many times where we just need a hotel, and you're going to see that even if you didn't even book a hotel, being in the travel program, you're still going to be up. You cannot lose money. All right. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's truly, truly the deal. And one more thing. Did you know that Home Depot, we all know Home Depot, right? Home Depot, Menards. When Home Depot started, they were your Home Depot stop shop, right? They were your home improvement store. You got what you needed for your home fixing your home, all the things that Home Depot sells. Years into Home Depot being a business, they added selling water. Okay, now we know, like, Home Depots. I don't know about Home Depot so much. I don't go there as often, but like Menards, now they got like a whole freaking shopping grocery aisles, many of them, but that was unheard of. And so when they added selling bottles, cases, and things of water, people were like, what? This is weird. Like, I just come here to get my home improvement fixer-upper stuff. It was an incredibly smart move for Home Depot. All right. Now you don't even think about going into Home Depot and seeing water. Like, it's just normal. But it was really weird. So anytime something's new, it makes people real weirded out. All right. They get real freaked out. But that's just not how business works. And that's just not how the world works. You have got to keep thinking ahead of the game. I joined Tranont because I am super passionate about health and wellness, from my own health issues that I've struggled with, that I've talked about with Lyme and whatnot, and for health prevention, and for, doing the best I can to keep mine and my family's health preventatively healthy. I did not consider myself a travel person, or definitely not a travel agent. I joined for the health, but guess what? It doesn't matter who you talk to. There are going to be people that are passionate about health. There's going to be people that are in between and they want to learn, but they're pretty confused and they're skeptical. And then there's people who just don't give a rip. And I'm not going to say that doesn't bug me. It does, because I don't understand how you can't care about your health, but it is the way it is. Like my friend Sonara said, they're going to think your baby's ugly. It doesn't matter. They just think your baby's ugly. So this was also another way to reach out to people who maybe don't give a rip about natural health and supplements, but they love to travel. And maybe they're doing pretty darn good in life. Maybe they are feeling pretty good. They don't have any major health issues. And maybe part of that is because of the stress reduction they are taking and traveling. I don't know. All I know is travel is the number 2 business in the world right now. Okay, when it comes to the marketing online space travel. All right. So just remember that Home Depot didn't used to sell water. Okay. All right. So moving on. So how does the travel program work? Okay, you pay a one-time activation fee, not once a year, one-time activation fee of $99. That is your lifetime activation fee. Once you do that, you're in. Now, you can be 2 ways of being a monthly membership. You can pay as a customer. So that's it. You pay your one-time, once a life, $99 fee, and then you would be paying $75 a month to be a member. To be a member of an exclusive elite travel company. Now, this includes unlimited savings on hotels, cruises, condos, rental cars, and more. If you wanted to go beyond that and be an associate, Doesn't mean you have to be a businesswoman. You can just be an associate. You can get health products. You can try health products at discount at checkout. You don't have to buy health products at all if you don't want to. You could just be in the travel space of this. But it's one business. It all works together. You can do that. And then you'd be paying $65 a month. Okay. You are not locked into anything. You are not like, oh, great. I paid the once a lifetime fee. Now I got to pay 12 months of this. No, you could do it for 1 month. You could literally pay 1 month of the travel program because you know you're booking a hotel in December for a Christmas family gathering or whatever. Save up to 65%. You've already saved. Sonara, my friend, who last night I was talking to her, she has made 3 bookings since we launched Tranont Travel. She has saved so much in those 3 bookings. She has paid for 2 years plus of Tranont Travel. Like it's poof. All right. So like there are lots of options here. You're not locked into anything. Okay. But that is how you start. That is how you get in. Think of it like, remember when we were kids and we had a piggy bank and we would put our little coins and our little dollars in our piggy bank because we were saving for something? That is pretty much what this is. When you pay your monthly fee, it is kind of like you're going to get it back. All right. You're not going to lose anything here because here's the deal. We did the math. If you pay 12 months, okay, of your $65 as an associate, I'm going to go 65. By the way, at customer, when you pay the 75, you also get a $10 rebate. It's just so you know. But as associate, you're paying $65 a month. It comes to $780 for the year. Once you've paid that for 12 months, and you've maybe booked a couple hotels, maybe you went on a trip, maybe you didn't go on a trip or book one hotel, but you just paid in this money, right? Well, that's a ripoff. Nope, it's not. Because you're still going to get a minimum of a $1,500 vacation voucher that can be used at over 3,000 places worldwide. Now, your bookings throughout your hotels, your condos, all those types of things, there's over 850,000 places. Okay, you're going to find a place. That's for your monthly membership. I'm talking about the little surprise gift they give you after being in the program for 12 months. You get a $1,500 minimum, up to $2,000 voucher for that person's account. Take your family, take your spouse, go by yourself, whatever floats your boat. You're going to be up a minimum of $1,500. That means $720 is going to be coming back to you in a voucher to go on a little vacation. Now, $720, my goodness, I don't know where you're from. I'm in Wisconsin. That could be a weekend away at the Dells. The sky's the limit, but I'm just saying you are not losing money, period. Okay? Please understand that you are not losing money. That is the minimal thing that would happen is you would get $720 back to vacation. Okay. So this slide right here shows you my friend Tina Joy Carroll. She booked this right away. I think she's actually still there right now at Disneyland with her grandkids. It gives you what Tranont Travel costs and the same hotel, the same room, the same everything, the price difference, and it was a $230 savings. Now, with this program, there's over 850,000 hotels up to 65% off, condos starting at $250 United States dollars per week. No blackout dates. Remember that, okay? Excursion credits on cruises that you can use on that cruise that you book that time. Many cruises will do this with other companies, but they will tell you you can use it on your next cruise, right? Oh, you mean I have to book another cruise to use those excursion credits? Not at Tranont Travel. You can use them that cruise. So my parents right now would have known about this. They could have used this on their cruise, okay? You save money on car rentals. The annual membership loyalty free trip at the end of 12 months. You can choose from over 3,000 destinations. You pay in your own currency. It's available in over 80 languages and 100 currencies. There's a 24/7 customer white glove service, and a portion of all our memberships are donated back to our Lift Where You Live initiatives. This is a community service program that our company does, whether it's in your community or it's overseas. It is literally any type of volunteer program that you want to do, and our company always does their own. Right now, a portion of these proceeds and a portion of some of our proceeds from health and wellness, like our Quench, our hydration drink, many, I can't remember the number, they were given to the flood victims in Texas. Well, same thing with this. A portion of the proceeds from this membership will be going to that Lift Where You Live initiative to the people in Texas still that are suffering down there. So please know that your money is also going somewhere else that's helping somebody out. And I just think that's so, so cool. So yeah. Um, I mean, what can you see here that's not amazing? Nothing. All right. So you're kind of like me. All right. Joel and I have gone on one trip as a married couple together that wasn't like a couple hours away, and it was to Cozumel in 2020. We literally flew out the day the world shut down. It was a little bit terrifying. We had made it back. All was fine. But that was our one married couple trip to paradise. Oh, it was amazing. Anyway, but we don't travel much. Okay. We're just in that, but we're gonna now. And I'm so excited about that because again, taking time with your spouse, with your family, unplugging from the world, nurturing your relationships could not be more important than ever right now. And if it takes you having to get out of your town or your state to just unplug and nurture a relationship, my goodness, take it. All right, because no matter what this gives you, you will still get money above and beyond what you pay. All right. Think of it like a little health savings account or something that you're squirreling away a little bit of money so that you get more back. Because here's the deal. If you don't put down the 12 months and you don't get your voucher, which you would get your voucher, I'm just saying, what would you have done with that $780? Really? Yeah, you know, are you, just think about it. Go through your expenses, see what you're doing, and see what you're doing that's actually meaningful, helping your health, helping your relationships. Yeah, so just think about that. But if you are in that stage of life where you have small children or you just are in a place where you can't go on luxurious travels, whatever, I know for a fact how many parents have their kids in travel sports. Period. End of story. You can't argue with me there. Club volleyball, club basketball, hockey, summer baseball. A big one around here is like ISA in Green Bay. They are like gone every week. You're paying for those hotels. Okay. Oh, okay. You get a blocked room and you get a little discount. You're still paying for it. Wouldn't you like to get a big discount on top of the blocked room rate and then a big vacation voucher at the end of the year? Hello. So yeah, even if you never used one booking in an entire year, your yearly total fee of $780 would still give you a minimum of $720 of free travel to use to 3,000 places worldwide, okay, including the United States. If you're fearful, if you don't have a passport, all that kind of stuff, there's plenty of places in the United States that are beautiful. I haven't even been to like New York, that side. The farthest east I've been is, I think, the Outer Banks. Okay. So you get 18 to 24 months to use that as well. All right. So it's not just like, oh, you got 3 months to use this, you got 6 months. You get 18 to 24 months to use this. All right. So travel for less, get discounts of up to 65%, thousands of stays, including resorts, 850,000, by the way. Rental cars, cruises, condos, villas. Emily there said we saved $500 on our family trip. The membership paid for itself right away. By the way, our booking, the guy that we like partnered with for the booking part of this, this was 2 years in the making, by the way. This wasn't just like a 2-month, let's throw something together. This has been very thoughtfully planned out. But who they partnered with, he has been doing this for 37 years, just so you know. He was at TLA. He gave us a big presentation. Guy knows what he's doing. All right. But you can just see up here some of the things our members are saying, what the activation fee is for both associates and customers. The activation is a one-time $99 fee for life. You're either paying between $65 and $75. And the really cool thing is for those of you who do Tranont as a business or would like to do Tranont as a business, you also get volume for people that are signing up as customers or associates. And yes, that will help build your business and your team's business. Not going into the business part of it tonight, but I just want to let you know it's another little perk, which really comes down to more money off for you. So anyway, you can see the savings there. When they've done these comparisons, by the way, we're talking big travel companies, and we really aren't supposed to say them out loud. But if you can think of those big ones, one starts with an EX, and there's another one. Okay, you know what I mean, right? Those big booking companies, 99.9% of the time we are beating them out. Again, Sonara, talking to her yesterday, I think it was last weekend, she went to a wedding with her family in Chicago. They had already had a nice hotel booked for this wedding. They went to check in. Apparently, in this time of her booking the hotel, again, this was before Tranont Travel, the hotel sold out to somebody. All right. So her hotel, their room was not booked. They had no booking under their name. So they're kind of freaking out. Where are we going to stay? She literally gets on her Tranont Travel on her phone in the entryway, the lobby of this hotel, finds a room, because again, these companies get certain allotments of rooms per every destination, hotel, condo, whatever. So Tranont Travel had them, and she ended up saving more than what she had booked. All right, so oops, they didn't have a room. That sucks. Well, no, we do have a room for you, and it's going to be cheaper than what you were going to pay. So, I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome. All right, so how would you get started? There's a couple ways you can get started. All right, you can get started. You could just be a customer. You could just pay your one-time lifetime fee of $99, and immediately that day you would get charged your $75 for that first month. And boom, you're going to have access. You're going to have a login. You're going to have 850,000 places to pick from. If you know you have somewhere over Christmas, or you want to go somewhere in March, or you're planning next year for sports travels, or you got hockey travels coming up, get going now. Because the thing being that we just launched, again, when you have these rooms and things booked with all these companies, we're so new right now that you're going to have all the availability. And we don't have the blackout dates. So that is super exciting, right? You can do it that way. All right. You can just do the customer thing. You can pay the one-time lifetime fee, and then you could pay an associate fee, which is a once a year $99 fee. And then you could pay your $65 for that month, and then it would get charged month to month to month. You can stop at any time. Don't panic, right? There's no panicking here. There's nothing you're locked into. You don't know until you try something, but I'm telling you, you cannot lose here. You're only going to be rewarded. But you can do it that way. You're not going to get to a point with that where you're having any kind of volume to create a business, and that's fine. You don't have to do that, but that's another option. And then the third way, which is actually the smartest way, is joining in on one of these bundles, either starter, builder, or elite. And what that does is you get to try product, because we are very passionate about our health. We are very passionate about teaching people how to manage their finances. And we are very passionate about community, which is why we added the travel in. But those bundles give you the opportunity to try some of our products. It includes your associate fee. So what you see is the price, the $299, the $499, the $999, and then you get a discount on your lifetime fee. So instead of paying an extra $99 for your lifetime fee, you can either go $79 or $59 or $39. Whoo! So if you did an elite bundle and you had products for months and months and months, you only have to pay $39 one time your entire life to get all of this access. Okay. And the last fun thing is that through the end of October, Tranont is very giving with their giveaway vacations. They gave away a Mexico vacation at TLA. This super happy mom was literally bawling up on stage. It was really cool to see. She was shocked. This is somebody who doesn't get to go on travel excursions very often or ever. And she won. And so they are giving away another Mexico 4-day, 3-night stay at a resort in Mexico. And I tell you, when Tranont travels you, they travel you. All right. You will be in a beautiful spot. You'll be beautifully taken care of. But everyone who signs up with Tranont Travel between October 1st and October 31st, so today is the 21st, you have 10 days, less than 10 days now, you will be entered into the drawing for this free Mexico trip. I mean, it's another little perk, right? You never know. Somebody wins. I forget what her name was, Snow something. I think her last name was Snow. She won, and she's pretty darn happy. But that's just a little extra incentive right now. After October 31st, there won't be the option to have that little fun excitement of possibly getting a free trip, another free trip, because you're going to get a free vacation. You're going to get that voucher at the end of 12 months too. So that's pretty exciting. But that will be chosen on November 3rd. So please, 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 please ask questions. Drop them in the comments below. Get in my inbox. This is not for only the retired boomers or the people that you just think they have a lot of money and they can just travel all the time and go on all these vacations. This is for the yous and me's, the parents that we have to actually go places sometimes, or we just want to get away for a night. We just want to take our kids to the Dells, or we just want to add in whatever state you live in is somewhere fun you like to go away. Door County, hockey, baseball, volleyball. I know so many, and I know what many of them spend, and it's a lot. And if you can save money and then get rewarded with a trip and you get to pick out of 3,000 places where to go, it's just a no-brainer. So get your little piggy bank out and start squirreling away your $65 or $75 a month. And I'm telling you, even if you don't book one hotel in a year, you're still going to get money back as a reward to go on a little trip. All right, I hope this was helpful. Please, please, please ask questions, okay? If things seem like this just seems too good to be true, you are talking, like, I don't know if I put it in there. Okay, I'm literally married to like Elon Musk's financial planner. All right, I have the most frugal, very smart financial man in the world as my husband. I would not be yanking your chain on what this has to offer. You just can't lose. All right. You cannot, you will not be down any money unless you literally would take a, $1,500 voucher back and just like flush it down the toilet. I mean, I get, that's, I guess wouldn't be. And there's other questions I've had too. Well, I get paid to travel for my business. I don't have to book my own places. I don't have to do this, my business. That's great. First of all, a lot of us don't. We still have to pay for our hotels, but if they do, great. But do they give you a voucher at the end of every 12 months to take you and your spouse or your family on a vacation? Do they give you discounts up to 65% when you need to book a hotel to go to a wedding for a family or to go to a baseball tournament for your son? I don't think so. There's always that one, I guess, but that's not real common. So anyway, all right, that's it. It's 10 o'clock. It's time for me to go to bed. Guys, have a great night and don't miss out. Don't miss out on this.